Welcome to Recycled Idaho, where two recycling industry veterans, Brett Eckhart and Nick Snyder, explore Idaho businesses and organizations that are putting in the work to keep Idaho environmentally and economically viable at the same time. Take a listen to how these entrepreneurs, business owners, and operators are making things happen in the great state of Idaho.
On this Boots on the Ground, I get a chance to see a whole other side of recycling as I walk with Del Hope, owner of Diamond Street Recycling.
I'm here with Del Hope, the owner of Diamond Street Recycling. How you doing, Del?
Doing good, thanks.
We're going to do a quick tour and kind of see how it works here.
Sure.
Thanks, Del.
Yeah, you bet. So this is obviously our front gate for where we receive all of our materials.
Yeah.
And we have this little sign-in shack where people pay as you go.
So they pay, I've noticed here, you're measuring off a cubic yard.
Yes.
Right?
We
That's
don't
how you charge.
We're pretty fair as far as what's coming in. It's a unique business in that way that people pay to bring the material in, and then we value add to it and sell it back as a recycled product.
Yeah, but you obviously have that cost.
Yeah.
That's why you have to still charge, because
Right.
it's a little different than what we
Right.
do. Our commodities is a different commodity.
Yeah. So this area we're here now is our retail area with all of our bins, and these are the products we make. We do import a few products. We call it the black and tan bark
Yeah,
or
I've
rock.
bought some from you before.
But most of the products you see here we make. We do our own coloring, our own screening, and we make our own compost. I'll show you that as we get further into the walk.
All this bark, this mulch, you're making that here.
Yeah. So most of it comes from the tree companies around the valley. They bring us in their chip material and their rounds, and then we resize it, screen it, color it. We'll deliver small volumes all the way up to 100 cubic yards using our walking floor trailers.
Okay.
So this is our lumber and clean pallet pile, and this is what we make our cattle bedding out of. We don't color any of the product off of this, we'll chip that and screen it and make it into mostly for dairy.
Gotcha. For dairy farms for the cattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a special cut. The dairy industry needs something a little more fine and a little more
What are
pure.
they using it for?
They use it as bedding for their dairy cattle. Off to the left, you can see that's our coloring plant. Matter of fact, we can walk around this way if you want. It's through the trommel and
This is
colors
fairly
the mulch.
new to you guys, though, right?
We started coloring on a smaller scale, a smaller piece
Oh,
of equipment
okay.
about 10 years ago.
Gotcha. So you've been doing the coloring for a while.
Yeah.
But this machine, I remember kind of when you moved it in.
Yeah, we got this one probably about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Just to increase our productivity, and each year we sell more and more colored mulches, and it's been a pretty good business. A lot of people are catching on to it.
Well, I've just noticed, just from being your neighbor, like you guys have so much traffic constantly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, even just walking over here, like I just am always surprised on how many. And then, like you said, so many reoccurring. Like any business owners are kind of hoping for reoccurring business.
Yeah.
Maintain those relationships.
Right. We've got most of the major players that do all the landscaping maintenance. The big companies come in and see us. We also have city and county government customers. We have most of the large tree trimming services that come in.
Yeah.
So we've been really blessed to have those customers who are loyal to us, and they obviously bring in some pretty good product. So these are our drying bins, and these are the three separate colors that we make: the brown, the red, and the black.
Okay.
And matter of fact, we just made some fresh stuff today. But we make these big areas here, and what we'll do is we'll pull those piles down and let them dry, because mulch has about 1,000 different types of molds that can grow in it. So the quicker we can get it to dry, the better.
Do you have like a test, like a moisture test to
No,
move it?
it's all basically just by
Feel
and look and
eyeball.
And yeah, once we get it dry, it's pretty obvious. And
Gotcha. How long would this pile sit here roughly before it moves?
well,
It's hard to tell.
We've been selling a lot. 2 weeks ago, because of the good weather, the mulch just really started flying out of here. So I don't know exact numbers, we've sold probably a couple thousand yards of colored material already just in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And then this is the raw material that comes in. We stockpile it from the tree companies. We pull out the big rounds and any kind of salvageable wood that we can get, and we sell it as firewood. So we'll let it season for a year, and then we sell it in semi-loads to people and we'll deliver it. So
do you sell it
rather than send it through the chipper and color it, we just sell it as firewood.
You'll send it in semi-loads, like you said, and will that get split by them usually? Yeah,
we tell them that you get what you get. We'll try to get you as many rounds as possible, but sometimes you get longer lengths. But we only sell $85
that sounds like
a cord,
good deal.
so it's a pretty good deal. Plus we deliver it. This is a really nice surface type product that people use for
like a dirt yard would put on their top layer?
Yeah, you can see what it looks like out here. It keeps the dust down. It's better than gravel. It doesn't travel as much. It's got a lot of oil in it, so people make RV pads out of it.
Okay.
It's
gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know you guys made this, actually.
Well, we were doing it up until about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And the market was allowed us to charge about $9 a yard, but that has changed over the last 5 years. It's now $20 a yard.
Oh,
so
wow.
It makes more sense to fire up that crusher.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously expensive to run that.
Yeah.
So
how many acres are we on?
32. Out of the 32 acres, 28 acres of it was 40 feet deep hole that had been mined out. All the pit run and sand had taken out of it. So we were just using it for dump site for concrete and dirt.
Cool.
And then we just kind of got into all these other aspects of the business, and it's turned out pretty good.
Will you have to rerun that stuff?
Yeah, that's what we call our overs.
Okay.
And we'll rerun it. We keep it in a separate pile, and when we're ready, we'll make adjustments on the grizzly so we can get it to stay in the impact zone longer and make it into 3/4.
That's a cool machine.
That's it's a beast.
Talking to people and putting out there's like, people don't realize, like, to truly recycle a lot of these products, you've got to have a machine like that.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta do things like that to invest, and it's not cheap.
Right.
And it's not cheap at all, and it's not easy either.
Yeah.
Both. Like, a lot of people don't realize what true recycling is. Like, and you're looking at it. Like, this is it. Where do a lot of people get rid of that concrete now? Do you know? Or
Well,
do they go to landfills?
No, they go up to the pits up on South Pleasant Valley.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if Amadon's pit, Rocky Mountain, has taken it yet. He just relocated.
So you probably get that question a lot.
Yeah, so we send everybody
You send
up
them
there.
up there.
There's 2 or 3 pits up there that are taking it. So what we're looking at straight ahead is our brush pile. This is kind of a catch-22 for us because we get more volume in and we can recycle.
Yeah.
And we screen it and make topsoil out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, an awful
A lot
lot.
of that.
It's too much. I mean, as we're growing and getting more experience in the recycle side, we're developing more products that'll utilize these branches. We make a coarse material out of it, but we don't color any of that material. Up here to the right here, you'll see all of our windrows for our compost facility. And this is probably one of our more profitable type products. So what we do is we allow our customers or bring in their grass and leaves, turn them and water them and keep them going. And then once they're fully cooked, come up to temperature and they're fully cooked, then
how long have you been doing the compost? Ever since you guys opened the doors, really?
Yeah, my son-in-law, Brett Wells, came up with the idea because we were kind of scratching our heads. So what Brett did for us in the early years is he did some research, figured out what it would take to make compost. So by trial and error, we came up with this method of windrowing and watering and turning and letting it set and make compost out of it. And then we invested in a screening plant trying to figure out the size. When we first started, we had just a really small little turner.
Yeah.
This is a turner I bought last year. We haven't used it yet, but you can ride along on that.
This machine right here?
Yeah, and that turns the compost. It's important that you turn it, aerate it, and keep it wet while it's still cooking.
Okay.
And then once it's all done, then it cools off. You send it to the screening plant. But yeah, it was a trial and error in the first few years to see what mix made sense and how long it took and if we could even sell it. And now every cubic yard that we make, we sell. We never have a stockpile.
You don't have enough of it, really,
yeah,
right?
I mean, we have customers that want us to commit to 500 or 1,000 yards, and it's kind of like,
wow.
That's hard to do that because then, especially like my Saturday customers are the one-off homeowners, and they come in, and if I didn't have any for them for their garden, that'd be a bummer.
Well, yeah,
so I hate to sell it all out in huge volumes. If I had the capability or the being able to make more of it, then I could commit to more of it. But that's just part of the growing pains.
Oh yeah, you gotta like pick your poison on what to do, where to spend your time and efforts.
We're going to dedicate more and more, and we have over the last few years more and more of the land. So we're probably going to have somewhere around 5 acres dedicated just to composting out of the 32.
Okay.
So it takes a lot of area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so all the grass that gets delivered this coming spring and summer, would that be in the compost the following year?
Most of it.
Most of it.
Throughout the summer season, we're constantly mixing it as we can. When we get one row done, we move them forward, then we make another row. So
gotcha.
We try to get as fresh as grass as we can because that's where it's hot and moist, and then we take the leaves, what we call the browns from last year, which we have stockpiles on the other side there, and we'll mix them and keep them going as fast as we can. One guy can run that thing with a loader and just turn it on, and we can make probably about 100 yards an hour.
Oh, that seems like a lot.
Yeah.
How far do you guys deliver? Like, how far do you go out?
Oh, we've delivered as far as Twin Falls. We've taken stuff out to Emmett. We go up north toward Cascade and McCall. After a while, it doesn't make sense because the delivery costs are more than the product.
Yeah.
But
you got to kind of pick an area.
Yeah.
To kind of really focus on.
We've got a few customers around the Twin Falls area that we deliver to. Okay. So this is our other screening plant here. And it separates, so once the compost is ready, send it through the screening plant. Most of our customers
okay. So this is
expect from us the high quality compost. I call it black gold. It's really a fine.
From Home Depot?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like this.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's got a lot of chunks in it, man. Like, that's why I didn't even recognize it, to be honest with you. When I think of compost, I don't really think
it almost looks like topsoil. So
yeah, that's what I thought from back there, that it was.
And we do tests on it to check pH level and different things that are in it, and a lot of our gardening friends and customers prefer it over other types, including the bagged.
Have you ever thought about bagging it?
I have, but it kind of poses its own problem because the moisture in the bags kind of promote growth of mold inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I kind of haven't really moved forward on it because I really don't want to ruin the product.
Hey, you gotta pick your poison. If your customers are happy, and you can't even keep enough of it in stock.
Yeah.
I mean, really, like.
Well, we make we offer a really good price point for bulk. At 1 yard at a time, or 100 yards, whatever people want. It's better than buying in a bag. Buying in a bag, you're going to end up paying 2 or 3 times the money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know there's convenience in bagging, and having bags, but we just haven't really tackled the problem of being able to deliver a high quality, mostly dry product in a bag.
Yeah, it's
You'll
really
see
dry.
the bags at the convenience stores or the hardware stores, and they're out front, and they've got all that moisture in it.
Yeah.
You can't hardly even see through the plastic, and that's one of the real challenges.
And there's a lot of like sticks and stuff in it. You know? Like there is. Like it can be kind of nasty.
Yep. Yeah. So where we're walking now used to be 40 feet deep hole. This has all been filled in with with dirt and concrete. Eventually, we're going to take some of this fill material. Yeah, it's no more hole, that's for sure. Isn't it? Well, our location really lent itself well to that backfill of this. They call it a reclamation from the pit. Yeah, well, hopefully that's going to change. They're supposed to fix that orchard.
You went to that meeting. You were telling me about that.
Yeah.
So they are going to put a light right there eventually?
Yes, I think there's going to be a light and wider, more lanes.
Okay.
So now we're kind of on the back, farthest away from the screening plant, so you can see these rows don't look near as black and near as ready. So these are the fresher rows that are cooking.
Gotcha. So this is the freshest, and then down the line is the age.
Down on that end, they're probably 12 to 14 weeks old. This one's probably maybe a week old. Just a lot of people. We've been more involved in trade shows.
Yeah.
And different community functions where people are starting to be more and more aware of us. So this is kind of our raw piles. This is kind of what's left of our grass.
Okay.
So we're waiting for fresh grass. So hopefully in another month or so we'll get more fresh grass. And then this is what we call our browns, or our leaves. So,
okay.
Amazingly, people are still bringing leaves in.
Oh, I know. We didn't really have much of a winter, you know. So we definitely figured out how to fill up 32 acres.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, everything we've walked on so far used to be 40 feet deep.
Yeah.
Whoa. This is a 1300 Mobark. It's got the V12 cat motor in it.
Okay.
And this has got a high output. And this is what we send most of our pallet material, and we'll also chip that brush pile with that larger machine because it's just so much quicker.
So this stuff goes over here, basically,
right?
Yeah,
so this is our finished product. This is what we call our dairy bedding, our cattle bedding.
Yeah, okay.
We have a local client that's considering buying it in large volumes and bagging it for their retail operations.
Okay.
So we're kind of hopeful that might get off the ground.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've said it over and over again, man, but like the coolest thing about my job, I tell this to my kids and whoever wants to listen, like, I get to go look at all this, like, and I get to see, like, you know, this was all here in Boise, you know, like all this stuff, like people don't realize it.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to me, like my kids love that show, How It's Made.
Right.
You know, I was like, that's kind of what I do. Like, I get to go say, hey, how do you guys do this and that, you know?
Yeah.
So be it like another recycling place like here, or a manufacturer, or whatever it is. You know, there's just so much more to it all.
Yeah, and what you see today is a result of basically customer demand, because people basically said, hey, we want this, we need this, if you can make this. Like now we have more customers coming for the soil blends. We have more dairies coming to us to say, well, can you change the cut for this or that? And, you know, we have more and more commercial customers who want to buy in bulk, and then they can either color or bag it.
Well, it sounds like you're willing to listen to your customer. Like, that goes a long way with a lot of people.
When we first started this, I told everybody that I want to make sure that the customer is happier than we are. So when the customer leaves the gate, I want to make sure they're happy.
Because the best advertising is still word of mouth.
I'm a pretty happy guy. I mean, you can see this.
I know you are. Yeah, you've always been happy when I come over. You know.
I mean, it has its challenges, and you know, repair on this equipment is very high. It has a lot more zeros than I ever imagined.
Oh yeah.
When it comes just to basic repairs, it's crazy, but the business supports it, and it's gone well. And
you provide just a valuable service. Like I said earlier, I see how busy you are.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're supplying a good product and a good service, which is, to me, the service part is the secret to the whole thing, you know. Because you listen to your customers. You're even open Saturdays in the weekend, on the summer and the spring.
Yeah. Our first Saturday for the season was last Saturday, and we'll stay open until the Saturday just before Thanksgiving. So we could probably open on Sundays, but these guys work awful hard. It's kind of nice to have a day off.
Yeah, we could too, you know. But I think it's important to recharge your batteries, you know, give everybody that one day.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anything else you want to show us?
I think that's probably going to be it. That over there is just our mixed load piles when people bring in stuff they don't want to separate. And
Gotcha. So then
it's kind of a...
You charge more for those loads?
We do.
When they don't want to separate it?
Yeah, because we have to put more manpower, an excavator out there.
You got to sort it.
Sort it. And it's stuff that we can't recycle, has to go to the landfill.
Do you have to keep an eye on a lot of people, or are people, for the most part, pretty honest?
Well, I would like to believe that customers, especially our repeat customers,
Yeah.
are pretty in tune to where to go and what we expect, and
how it
we
works.
do have the occasional person who'll kick out their McDonald's sack into the branch pile, or
You're always gonna get that one-off one.
we catch people back here once in a while smoking, and we have no smoking signs all over the place
Oh,
for
yeah.
obvious reasons.
Obviously, yeah.
But most people, if you ask them to not smoke, they
Yeah.
understand. For them, for sure. But we do have guys that'll monitor loads and redirect
I
customers.
figured
if we
you had
need to.
some staff kind
Yeah.
of making sure things
Yeah, I've
were
got a
getting
guy
done
up
correctly.
front that, well, the gal at the sign-in booth takes the money. She'll look at loads, direct people. Then I have other people out here at each pile will kind of keep an eye on customers and help them if they need, or redirect them if that's the case. Yeah, it's not real obvious if you haven't been here before where to put stuff.
Yeah.
I got another coat in the truck if you want it.
I'll take it.
There's one of those friendly customers. I'm
There
telling
you go.
about.
I love it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Recycled Idaho. And as we continue the journey across this great state, we look forward to bringing you more stories of people and organizations putting in the work to do the right thing.